God sent Muhammad with the message of truth and the brotherhood of humanity, the same way He sent Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. In Mecca, at the period, there lived the powerful and the mighty, who worshipped gods made of wood and clay, fashioned with their own hands. They felt that a man and a slave, the poor and the rich, can never be equal as preached by Muhammad. Muhammad was enticed by the powers that be to become the king. He was enticed with wealth to become the richest and to marry the most beautiful of their women, but on condition that he stops preaching faith in God and the brotherhood of humanity. All these Muhammad turned down because his pleasure was only for Allah. Muhammad and his companions were severely persecuted as a result until he migrated to another city called Medina. Several wars were waged against him, not because he stole their property, not because he contested power or leadership with them, and not because he took their wives. Muhammad was fought because he invited men to leave the dead God and worship the true living God, Allah, the Almighty, the Lord of the worlds. Today, there is a global conspiracy against Islam. Today, Islam has been distorted and misunderstood by many non-Muslims and some Muslims alike. Any atrocity committed by an erring Muslim is blamed on Islam, including those never carried out by Muslims. Then what is Islam?
I love you the way I love myself. I love you even more than myself. Because Allah loves me, I share His love with you. I love you just the way you are.
Islam means establishing peace with God when you give Him your life, and peace with your fellow human beings when you show Him love. Islam means to unite and live in harmony with people, to help those in need, and to believe that with God everything is possible. Muhammad won his enemies with the power of love when he said to them, "Go, even with all that you had done to me. Go, you are free." God says in the glorious Quran that life is sacred, and that if anyone kills an innocent soul, such can never enter the paradise. God also says that faith is not by force, but by conviction. A man who truly believes in his heart that God is one and only, and loves his fellow human beings like he loves himself, such will be called in God's presence a Muslim. Human beings are the products of God because God is our maker. If anyone destroys what God has made, then God can never be pleased with him. If Bokoharam or any terrorist group bombs innocent human beings, then in whose name and order are they doing this? Let the world know today that the evil masquerade called Bokoharam has been exposed. We stand for the truth against falsehood. We stand for light against darkness. We stand for peace against terror. We stand for Islam against Boko Haram. So don't call me a Boko Haram, because I'm a Muslim, one who has given his life to Allah, the Almighty God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. But if you still call me a Boko Haram, then you shall be called the Boko Ignoramus, because you failed to properly identify me. But I still love you.
I love you the way I love myself.